Today has been super cold and rainy, and we've been indoors, and it's just felt so cozy and made me think about the holidays and specifically Christmas. And so today I thought that I would share with you how I have simplified Christmas the past 10 years. I know often that Christmas is referred to as the most wonderful time of the year, but for me, it was always the most stressful time of the year. It did not feel wonderful at all. And then one year, unintentionally, I got sick and I just had to slow down and I had to just simplify everything. And there were so many things that I just normally would do that I wasn't able to do that year. And it was the best Christmas that I ever had. Ever since then, I have chosen to intentionally simplify the Christmas season. And it has been the best thing for me. And I've been able to just really enjoy the moment and the season and be present with my family. And so today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I do. So the first thing that I do is I make a plan and I write everything down. I don't want to rely on my brain to remember all the things that need to be accomplished. So I get out a piece of paper. Sometimes I will print off a printable from online of like a gift list, or I will do like a Christmas menu plan if we're going to be staying in town and I'm hosting. I'll do Christmas Eve. I'll do just different events that we have going on and things like that. And I will just write everything down that I know I'm going to need to do or make this year so that I have a written plan. I think that is so important. I follow a weekly plan in my planner anyways, and this is just specifically for Christmas. And this just helps me so that I can organize my thoughts, but it also helps me with the second thing, which is I prioritize what needs to be done. What I do is I take everything that is a possibility of things that I need to do, and I say, okay, these are the things that absolutely I have to do this year. And then I decide what is it that I'm not going to do this year, because there's always something that I have to say no to for just my well-being and my happiness and my joy during the Christmas season. So I can think specifically of 2 things already that I have been approached about and people have asked me to be involved in or to do for the Christmas season. And I told them no. I said, I'm not going to do those things because I know what my limits are. I know what I can handle and what I can't handle. And if I were to have said yes to some of these things, I know that I would have been more stressed out. I know that I wouldn't have been as happy around the Christmas season with my family. And I just don't want that for me and for my family. I want to make sure that we are all enjoying this season. And so sometimes that just means telling people no or saying no to certain opportunities or activities that would be something that maybe we normally do or that other people think I should do. And sometimes that means that other people are not happy with me, but I'm okay with that. And I just have to let them know that this is my limits. This is what I'm able to do. One of the things that I do prioritize is resting during the holiday season. I think so many times we have these huge long to-do lists and we want to get all these things done, and then we're running around like crazy people and going shopping and doing all these things and going to all these events, and then we never just like sit and enjoy the moment. And that's something that I love about Christmas, is being able to just kind of have some down days when we watch Christmas movies or we just sit and listen to Christmas music while we bake cookies, or just sitting and drinking a hot cup of coffee in the morning or maybe a hot cup of tea in the evening and just looking at the Christmas lights and just enjoying the quiet and the stillness and being grateful for God sending Jesus to earth, because that's, what I celebrate as a Christian. That's what I celebrate at Christmas time. Making sure that I have that time built in where I'm not saying yes to all the things, but I'm purposely choosing peace and rest during this Christmas season. Number 3 is to prepare as much as possible ahead of time. This could be things like going Christmas shopping before December 20th when everything's crazy and everyone's at the store running around getting things. But making sure that I know what I'm going to get my family. for Christmas gifts, and maybe ordering them online through an online service that can come to the door so I don't even have to go to the store. That's a way to simplify it for me. Or doing grocery pickup. That's another way that I like to simplify the holidays, because I'm not having to go in the store and go shopping with all of the craziness around that time. But preparing things ahead of time. So maybe it is cookie dough that I know we're going to have cookies for different events. So if I make some cookie dough ahead of time and roll it into balls and freeze it in the freezer, then all I have to do is pop it out and heat it up and bake them. Or just other things, like I said, gifts, getting those purchased ahead of time, wrapping them ahead of time, not waiting until the last minute to get things done, which again goes back to my first tip, which is to plan and to write things down. When you have a plan, you can kind of say, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do now ahead of time to prepare. And then these are the things that I can't do until the day of. Doing what you can before, the last minute really does help relieve a lot of the stress and the pressure that comes right around December 20th through December 25th. The fourth way to simplify the holidays, and specifically Christmas, is to not compare yourself to others. Maybe you compare your Christmas decorations to someone else and think that you have to go out and buy new things. The truth is you don't. I love using items that I already have and just reusing them year after year. My Christmas decorations may not be like the latest trends, and that's okay with me. I like my bright reds at Christmas time. I like some of my old vintage things that have been passed down from my mother and my grandmother, and I'm totally content with those things. But when I get online, if I start comparing myself to other people, then I think, oh, well, maybe I should go get a new Christmas tree topper, or maybe I need to have a different garland to hang up instead of using what I have. But when I don't compare myself to others, I really am happy with what I have. It saves me time, it saves me money, and it saves me my joy and my peace. Another thing would be like maybe just Christmas traditions. Maybe you see all these other people doing all these different activities or traditions with their kids, and you think, oh, well, maybe I should be doing all of that as well. What if my kids are missing out? And the truth is they're not. And kids love simple holiday activities. Maybe it's as simple as making cookies in the kitchen, or coloring a Christmas craft page, or sipping hot cocoa on a cold afternoon and putting puzzles together. But you don't have to be, do all these extravagant things just because you might see someone else doing it either in real life or online. Don't compare yourself to other people this Christmas season, and you will simplify your life and the Christmas season so much more when you're just doing what's right for you and your family. Number 5, my very last tip, it has to do specifically with homemakers, and that is what my channel is all about. I love encouraging and motivating Christian homemakers, and one of the things that you need to do this season to simplify is to keep up with your daily and weekly routines. Don't let the laundry and the dishes pile up. Do the dishes every single night. Do the laundry every single day. Keep up with all of those little tasks, because if you don't, they're going to pile up into big messes. And before you know it, you'll have all the Christmas crazy activities going on, and you'll have a dirty, messy house that will overwhelm you and stress you out. And you don't need that. So definitely make sure that you are keeping up with those daily routines, staying ahead of the mess so that you don't have an overwhelming mess to have to deal with after the holidays are over. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I simplify my Christmas season and just really enjoy being in the moment with my family. If you would like to see what some of my daily routines are, I will link a video for you to watch next.